Hi, welcome. If you're new to this channel, my name is Nicole Haugen, and I am a wife, a mom of six, a Catholic, a nurse, and a life coach. So, we're going to be talking today about the fear of failure. So many of us are so afraid of falling behind or failing or not having the perfect baked good to have our kids bring to school or not getting our charting done at work and messing up and letting down our patients or our husbands or anybody else. We're so afraid of that we spend all of our time spiraling and not getting as the things done that we want or not showing up how we want to. So I'll break it down. I was trained through the life coach school. And so we talk about the model. And what it is we take any circumstance, we have a thought about it, we then get a feeling, and then we have an action and we get a result. So our thoughts always create the result that we get in our life. So, for example, with this, let's say I have a ton of charting that I'm behind on at work, and I got a new admission today. And so I'm going to do that. And then I could pass on things to maybe like an aide or ask somebody else to do it, but I don't want to because I'm afraid that they won't do it right. Okay. And then it'll cause me more work down the road. So your circumstance would be we always take just the facts. So work as a nurse, right? Or an RN. And I don't know, I always use the example of hospice and home health because that's what I was used to. So let's say I work 32 hours a week as a nurse, right? And work in hospice. And I have 5 charts to close out and finish, and 1 admission. And maybe I need to go back and I have a couple care plans that I need to touch up because we have IDT tomorrow. So, and then let's say 3 care plans to update. So all those things are a circumstance. I think that that's what's causing me the overwhelm and stress, right? But what's really happening is it because of my thought is why I feel stressed. So I have the thought, if I pass this along to an aide or I ask for help, or if I take this off my plate, that things will get screwed up. I'm so bad at this. I'm kind of perfectionist. Most people are, I think. And in your maybe a perfectionist in your own way. And I don't want to do that, right? Because things might get messed up. And so I feel overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed because I have so much to do. That's another thought. I don't want things to get messed up, but I have all these things to do. So then my actions are from overwhelm. I take on even more tasks, right? When this admit came in and my supervisor says, "Hey, can you do this?" I'm like, "Yes, of course," right? Because I don't want to fail. I don't want to let my team down. So I take on more things. I then think about all the things I have to get done. I think about it all day long. I overschedule my day so then things don't get done. Somewhere along the line, I don't complete that by the end of the day. So I'm taking it home. And then when I get home, I'm yelling at my family, right? I don't drink water. I don't eat properly. I don't take bathroom breaks. I probably don't go to bed early because I'm staying up late and charting, which then means I don't get up on time in the morning because I'm tired. Okay, all these things come from the thought things will get screwed up. My result is I'm screwing up, right? My result is a reflection of the thought. So, how do we do this differently? How do we get out of this spiral? Okay, we pick a different thought, and this at times can take practice. So, you have the same circumstance. The RN, you work 32 hours a week, you work in hospice, you have 5 charts to finish up on, you have a new admission, you have 3 care plans to update. Okay, all of this, I want you to think some go to thoughts that I like to go to. Everything that needs to get done will get done. Or this doesn't last forever. Okay, our brains like to be so dramatic and think this horrible feeling of overwhelm and stress lasts forever. We know that's not true because we all know that there's weeks where there's really nothing to do. And you have time to catch up on charting. And maybe sometimes if you work at a hospital, I mean, maybe not in a big city, but where I am, they would send nurses home because they don't have enough patients for that week. And so we all know that this doesn't last forever. And I would even argue that, like, no matter where you're at, right? That's the circumstance still, that day doesn't last forever. And so another thought I love is nothing has gone wrong. You feel like everything has gone wrong. I'm a failure. I'm messing up. What if nothing has gone wrong? What if all these things happen today and God allowed them to happen so you can learn and grow? And maybe it's a way that God's saying, hey, you need to ask for help. Hey, you need to learn to say no. Okay. So when I think these thoughts, all of them individually, I feel at peace. I have even found that when I think the thought, everything that needs to get done will get done. And I ask God to step in and, hey, God, I don't know how I'm going to manage to get all this done, but please give me that time. I don't know how it happens, but God works in mysterious ways. Things seem to just happen and get done. And it seems like there's more time in that day. It's amazing and miraculous. So you then feel at peace. Your actions are like you take a deep breath, you allow the feeling of overwhelm, okay? You reassess, and then you're going to say everything that needs to get done will get done. You might ask for help, and maybe you're not going to ask for help at work because I already took on this admission, right? But you're going to recognize that and you're going to say, hey, hubby, I don't have time to make supper tonight. Could you please have supper done for me? Or you're going to ask your husband to stop and pick up pizza or whatever whatever it is that will get you through the night. Maybe you say, hey, we're having cereal tonight for supper. Okay. You communicate your needs. You show up, you talk with people, you say, hey, like maybe you even say to your supervisor, you know what, like today I can't, but if there's any way to push this admission off, I can take it tomorrow. Maybe this other person, like I have to get this stuff done. All right. Or say, okay, yes, I can do this today, but I'm going to need 3 hours tomorrow to finish up then. Right. Just communicate your needs. And your result is everything will get done. Right. Or it doesn't last forever. Or nothing has gone wrong. Right. Most of the time, the things that go wrong are the things that we have spiraling in our minds. And it also causes us stress and overwhelm. Like I said here, it then causes to see all the other ways that we're failing, right? Up here, if you stop and you get takeout for supper, you see, oh, I'm failing. I'm not a good mom. I shouldn't be feeding my kids this. But if you come down here and you think these thoughts, you have a feeling of peace. You realize, hey, it doesn't make me a bad mom. It makes me a mom who's taking care of myself also. We don't do this all the time. This is what I need for today to finish up my charting and to be present with my kids. And I'd rather be present with my kids and feed them pizza than not be present with my kids and yelling and stressed out because I'm trying to cook supper and finish up charting. Okay. So this is how I coach women. I work with women one-on-one and excuse me, I work with women one-on-one who work in healthcare and I help them get out of this stress and overwhelm. So I do offer a free consult call. And so you can go to catholicnursecoach.com to sign up for your free consult call and I will see you soon.